in Groningen. And I just learned a quick lesson here. These little sharp edges right here, if you're not prepared for those when you're trying to roll up onto the sidewalk, your front wheel will go with that edge and you'll go down. Yeah, very embarrassing. Went down right in front of Pernickel, which is where I was stopping for lunch. Way to make an entrance, but we're doing okay. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of make our way through this nice little calmed pedestrian priority area here. We're heading down towards the old historic city center. The key thing to remember about Groningen is that they implemented a long time ago a circulation plan similar to what we saw in Houten, where they don't allow cars unlimited access going through the city center. And so you get into a lot of areas just like what we have right now, where it's just really quite pleasant and you don't have the motor vehicle noise. Yeah, you may have some construction noise, but it's really quite nice. But yeah, it's great to catch this city on a brighter, sunnier day. When I was here in 2015, it was sort of a dark and dreary time. And so we checked out this cargo bike. That's awesome. So it's nice to see a bit of sun and a bit of blue sky. That's really cool. I'm being very cautious of these edges now. Clearly, after nearly 2 months here, I've gotten used to some beveled edges that don't send you flying. Anyways, this is the sort of the famous market square right here. And obviously this brings in a lot of people. You've got the cobbled center area here where they set up the market. Can't remember what days those are. We're on a weekday. This is a Wednesday. Yeah, here's a noisy scooter. This little corner right here. Really busy corner, always. Lots of pedestrian activity, lots of people on bikes. It really helps to emphasize and clarify that when you have a slow speed environment for people on bikes, you can mix with lots of people walking. It's not incompatible. You saw how he made that angle to be able to get up there. That's the ledge that got me.
Yeah.
Another big square area here as well. I wasn't really sure how busy this would be, given the fact that everything else has seemed to be quite quiet with the holidays. But honestly, there's a lot of people out and about. So maybe a bunch of people actually came here for the holidays. So I guess that's a good lesson. Never make an assumption that it's going to be overly quiet. All right, so as a little taste of the city, I'm just going to roam around a little bit till I get to some other slices of cycling infrastructure. I don't have a specific plan in mind. I'm not meeting with anybody, but I do just want to get a sense as to what things are like. We see an older, sort of painted bike lane here. We also see our quiet side streets, residential side streets. Looks like we're coming up to another one of the canals. We'll swing down here. Now we're on an actual red asphalt kind of treatment here. That's interesting. There's quite a few houseboats there. And again, nice quiet residential street. They're heading back into the heart of the kind of traffic calmed area. We're just following this little canal here for a little bit. All right, wow, that is quite the large sailing ship there. Huh. That's something. So again, because this place has a pretty extensive circulation plan, I want to see how we navigate past those ring roads and out to some of the cycling facilities. And it looks like this answers the question pretty quickly. You see it's a pretty major road, both directions. And then we see pretty major cycle tracks and protected bikeways along these major roads. Nothing earth-shattering. I mean, we've seen this in many, if not most, other Dutch cities that I've been visiting. What's really quite unique about the situation here in Groningen is that they implemented that circulation plan based on a vote to City Council. It was a very narrow vote, very narrow win, and putting a stop to cars, these cars, rolling right through the middle of the city center like they used to. They now have to get onto a series of ring roads and then make their way around. And what I'm really demonstrating here is just the fact that if I happen to be living or staying out on the edges, I can still get to where I need to go by walking, biking, using transit. And that's what we see here. These parents, we just see this guy up ahead with his little tree. He's pretty proud of that tree. Taking it home. And some more housing. And businesses on either side of the street. And we see bus transit stops. Quick Fit e-bike service point. Nice. And if you want to ride your bike to the IKEA, boom, there you go. You got cycle paths on either side leading right up to the front door of IKEA. Rent yourself a cargo bike, pick up your large items, take them back to the house, and you are good to go. So there you go. Digging the wildflowers here again. Really cool theme to see in a lot of these European cities. Keep it going. The bees are loving you. It's good for the pollinators. And we get another pretty major intersection up ahead here. You can see the cycle track continuing up ahead. We've got an all-way movement for people on bikes and walking, and everybody just scrambles and is able to make it. Does that make any of you a little uncomfortable? An all-way movement scramble for bikes and peds. At least for bikes, for sure. I don't know. I saw the peds going with me, but I made the assumption they were going the other directions too. People on bikes were darting across the intersection at an angle. Really, it just makes sense. There's another cycle path along this canal. Notice how the roadway has narrowed up, and eventually they will not be able to continue unimpeded into the city center. They'll need to figure out where they're going to go, if they're parking somewhere or whatever. We're going to be angling to the left here, following the banks of the canal, but you can already see that it's way more pleasant to be on a bike than be driving. No big surprise there. And I believe this is the beginning of their filtering process. I think they have to either turn right, turn left. Oh, I guess they can go straight. We're continuing to go straight. We're just waiting for our signal here. It's a little taller than I'm used to. I'm used to seeing it down here at this level, a little bit further up. See the pedestrian. They're getting there, crossing now. You see the little thermometer-like indication as to how much time I have left to wait. It's not a linear scale though. When it gets close, it goes fast. So these motor vehicles will get a green time, and the signal timing is usually pretty brilliant. I'm not sure if both the lights And this little thermometer indicator for us is on screen, but okay, we've got yellow for them, and you'll see that we go pretty fast as we get closer. Peds get another green, so they're going over there. And see how quickly it goes right at the end here. They get another green, Peds that is. And that's finally us. And it is one of those crazy, everybody goes scrambles again on bikes. And I say crazy, but it's not really crazy. I mean, it kind of just makes sense. We're not going very fast. And so on a bike, you are able to adjust and navigate through space at very slow speeds quite well. And so it's way more efficient to get everybody moving and across the intersection at the same time. Looks like we have a little construction we need to navigate around. Again, not a big deal. We could totally do that. Very nice. And we've caught up with some of the other folks that we saw earlier. And again, you can see lots of people moving at the same time. And you also saw that parent giving a little push, a little aid to the child, guiding them along. That's one of the reasons why we have to make sure that these pathways are wide enough so that that can happen. And that's pretty much about it, guys. I'm just gonna make this pretty quick. I've got a long train ride back to Utrecht, about 2.5 hours or so. We've got the train station right up ahead on the left. Beautiful old structure. I know I'm not doing the city justice. So many good things going on here, but I did want to give you a little taste and make it up for both a little visit to Leeuwarden as well as Groningen. All right, folks, we'll navigate towards the bike parking here so you can see that what that's like. And you see this is like roll right in. Good luck trying to find a spot. Again, holidays are upon us, so I suspect a lot of people have parked their bikes and gone. Oh, here's some extras. There you go. I think that this is a section where they've got it, but they've got plenty open over here too. So, okay, folks, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me on my little jaunt around Groningen. Such a beautiful building here. I'm gonna use this little ramp here so I don't have another mishap. Do a quick U-turn so you can get a little bit more of that front of the building. It's a beautiful building. It deserves to be in my sign out. So, again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this little roll around Groningen. It was fun to make it back here again. First time I've been here since 2015, and it truly is a beautiful city. Glad I caught it on a good day with lots of sunshine. It deserves to be seen in blue sky and sunshine. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and share it with a friend. And until next time, this is John signing off by wishing you much activity, health, and happiness. Cheers.
And again, just want to send a huge thank you to all my Active Towns ambassadors supporting the channel financially via YouTube memberships, YouTube super thanks, as well as making contributions to the nonprofit and joining my Patreon. Every little bit adds up and is very much appreciated. Thank you all so much.